The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys! This is the Players Lounge, broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star. Now, your hosts, Barry Church, Danny McCray, Heckma Harrison, and Newey Scruggs.
Players Lounge. You know what time it is. Let's ride.
What's up, man?
If I had glasses, I'd take them all right now. You got to be kidding me.
What's up, man?
Kidding me. Yo.
Knew we back in here repping more folks again.
We got on this.
You ain't gonna, I'm telling you, he got a whole separate closet full of stuff that he
apparel?
got for you. That's for probably for college football playoffs or something, or baseball or something.
But I'm waiting. He got about another 6 months before he come in here with some K-State gear on, and then it's gonna be all the K-State gear for to be it. Bam, right there.
She chose Manhattan?
Is that a done deal?
She chose Manhattan, huh?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Pretty much. I already got a hat.
Yeah, it's coming. I already know, bro.
Came back 2 weeks ago. Got a K-State hat. So,
Manhattan. It's jumping in Manhattan like that?
It is not.
Man, New York.
you know what's jumping? You know what's jumping, Barry Church? All the scholarship money. So
That's true. That's true.
But it's different from now. You know, it's a new day.
He's Danny McCray.
Thank you for getting that right.
Heckma Harrison, Barry Church.
Randy Hughes. I mean, whoever it is.
So let's just go ahead and put it on.
This is what I know. Okay, this is what I know. What I found out today is the best Cowboys player to ever wear the number 42 is a guy by the name not a Barry Church. Okay.
Not Troy Hambrick.
Not Troy Hambrick, but Randy
Henry
Hughes.
Randy Hughes.
So I got to get my Cowboys history up because I was not aware of Mr. Randy Hughes, but he did win a championship. Okay.
Randy.
He got some interceptions. He had a long interception of 68 yards. And I said, man, maybe that's why Barry didn't have an interception of 68.
With friends like these, who needs enemies?
It's this false history that we got going on here. It's just,
I don't know, though.
Christopher Columbus, now we talking about Randy.
So I just walked in on this.
Randy's usually good at football. Randy's, I don't know, man. It's a Barry.
Randy Gregory.
Barry's usually good too, so I guess.
Let's just go down the list of the all-time 42.
Let's go down.
According to the Cowboy record.
Go ahead down the list.
Don McElhaney.
Never heard of him. Sorry,
okay,
Mr. McElhaney.
Former SMU Mustang. He was a good player at college, but he was on the expansion team. So 60, 61. Jim Ridlin, A.D. Whitfield, Claxton Welch, Randy Hughes from 75 to 80, world champion. Ricky Easman.
Never heard of him either.
Daryl Clack.
Sorry, Mr. Clack. Never heard of him.
Stan Smagala.
Smagala.
Is this in order?
DB.
Yeah.
I'm just going down.
Okay. It's not in order. He cracked the top 10.
Smagala. Going down the list. Right here, according to the book. He's going down the list. Robert Wilson. Charlie Williams. I remember with Charlie. Charlie Williams. Super Bowl champion. Chris Warren.
Is Barry Church on there?
Troy Hambrick.
Chris Warren from Seattle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He was here from 96 to 2000. So
okay, well 4 years. Okay.
Yeah, Chan Gailey Campo years. Troy Hambrick. Troy also wore number 35. Anthony Henry.
Shout out to Henry. I know Henry. Yeah, he was a good player.
Barry Church.
I'm about to say Barry Church. That number one.
He wasn't.
Number one.
Henry
okay.
was good though. Henry was good though.
Keanu O'Neal.
All right.
We all saw that. We all saw that.
Anthony Barr.
Once again,
we
all saw that.
Too.
We all saw that.
And
once again.
currently Deuce Vaughn. That's your all-time number 42 roster.
I think Deuce got a shot.
He has to get out of negative yards first. Get some positive yards, and then.
Have you ever seen Church on his soapbox?
No, ever. Bro, I ain't never seen this man upset, so that's why I ain't saying that. I'm gonna leave it alone.
You go through the list.
Can we get to the subjects, man?
You go through the list, and I'm gonna close it out after this. You go through the list. You put my stats up against any of those cats, it's out the water. It ain't even a question.
So
not even a question.
So I'm trying to understand the gist of the.
Oh, because it went back to Nick Eatman.
How did this even start?
That's what
yeah, but Nick Eatman, we sitting in there lunch just talking, me, Nick, Danny, some other cats. And he had brought up an article that he had wrote back in, what did he say? 1918, one of them times. And it was the best numbers for Cowboys history, 1 to 99. So we going through all of this. McBride was number 1. I think Jeff Heath was the best 38 or something like that.
Okay.
Got to 42, and we see Randy Hughes on there. So I'm like, hold on, cuz. Wait a second. Randy Hughes. Then we started going through all the 42s that have ever worn 42 for the Cowboys name. And I'm like, hold on. That's what y'all decided to go with?
Hold on, player.
What you got going on here, man? Like, did y'all see what? In my mind, I'm thinking, what was y'all thinking? Like, what goes into the criteria to be considered? You know what I mean? A top 42.
He Isaiah now, bro.
I'm like,
he Isaiah now, bro.
That's what it was. And
I don't know what the criteria was.
Because I'm looking at it, I'm like, you go world champion. Okay, some of those guys got rings, but those same guys that got rings started what? Maybe a game? Yeah. Maybe 2 games?
I don't
know. So that's what we go. So that's what the whole thing was. And I'm like, that's how we doing it.
I think you should put in the comment box, okay? Hey, we need to get.
I ain't commenting on nothing. We all know who the best 42 was, and I'm done now. I'm done now because we all know who it was. I mean, ain't no question about it. Shout out to all those guys. You know, they did the work to get there, but they didn't do the work I put in. So it is what it is. It is what it is.
Salty Tuesday.
Man.
So
what was in those tacos?
Man. Same thing that was in that list. That was us in the tacos.
So Nicky, Nick came up with this all by himself?
That was his article.
Nick
heard it already.
I don't know if it's him by himself. He said it was some people who probably put a little something in there. But I mean, you know,
Brad Sham probably told him it was Randy Hughes.
Hughes.
Yeah.
And then Church also he had went to Jacksonville and started talking about how
I spoke the truth. I spoke the flat out truth.
He went on Cole Beasley.
Yeah.
I ain't go like that. I ain't go crazy. Like all I said was we have a more talented team at Jacksonville than they had it in Dallas in 2017, which was facts. We went to the AFC Championship. Sure. Dallas didn't even make the playoffs. So it wasn't like I was saying something blasphemous, but, you know, it is what it is. I guess somebody got butthurt, like I am about that list. But, you know, it is
Shout
what
out to Bryce Young this week.
That's, man.
I thought Church was going to Ring of Honor.
Man.
They gonna put Randy Hughes in there first.
Randy Hughes up in there. Ain't gonna be...
I mean, if my man Deuce ain't even do nothing, he caught it straight for nothing.
Hey, when you get brought up in there, you know, it is what it is, man.
So you just found out about this today?
Oh, 10 minutes ago.
10 minutes? Oh, this is fresh.
Fresh, yes, sir.
That's fresh.
I think you're going to be okay.
Yeah, I think I'll be all right. At the end of the day, I think I'll be all right. But, you know.
Man, the only 42 we acknowledge, homie.
Appreciate you, big dog.
You know what it is. Come on now.
The headline on this show is going to be Salty Tuesday.
I didn't know. This is all fresh to me, man. It's all fresh to me. I didn't know. So no wonder you came in there like that trying to add those.
No, this him. That's all day long. He gonna hot side.
That's all he gonna do.
I did nothing. I just walked in.
Let's get to the top.
I said hello. How y'all doing? Can we talk about the Carolina Panthers and how Heckma is probably nervous and shaking in his boots?
That's the first time you said any of those words.
Because Bryce,
I don't even own no boots. So
how
are
many
you
games
good?
did you play
Here?
Yeah.
See, this right up his ass.
I want to say it was about 70-something.
Okay, so he played 77 games in the NFL.
I started about 70-something games. I don't know how much he started.
So he had 9 picks, Super Bowl champion. He was drafted out of Oklahoma in the 4th round. Mm-hmm. All-time Big 8 team, all 1970s, all decade in the Big 8, first team All-American.
Are we talking about Cowboys or are we talking about
NFL career?
He's been talking about the Big 8.
Big 8.
So he did play with Drew. I'll ask Drew Pearson during the break.
Yeah,
so
Drew.
He was a part of that Dirty Dozen, the 75 team that lost to Super Bowl 10. From the start, his skills earned him comparisons to Cowboy great Cliff Harris. Super Bowl 12 was arguably his best game as a professional, registering 5 tackles, an interception, and 2 fumble recoveries while earning MVP consideration.
Super Bowl MVP?
That was
No. That was Harvey Martin, Randy White co-shared it, but he was a part of it.
I'm saying he was in consideration for Super Bowl MVP.
You're talking about 5 tackles.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Perfect.
That's pretty good though. 5 tackles, a pick, and then 2 fumble recoveries. That's pretty.
Come on, Dan.
During his
in a game, bro. You see, you think about totality. I'm talking about in a Super Bowl game to get 5 tackles, a pick, and 2 fumble recoveries is a big deal.
That's your career best game.
No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that was good in the game.
Yes, that was a good game.
Yes, I'm saying that's a good game in the Super Bowl.
For that to be your career best game.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Come on, man. Come on.
Had your best game in the Super Bowl.
Come on, man.
I thought Will Smith was having a bad day.
He played 6 seasons, recorded 9 picks with the Cowboys.
No.
Oh, yo, we ain't allowed to. Okay, all right.
No, sir.
On the break. We'll talk about it on the break.
Let's talk about the Panthers. Let's talk about the Panthers, okay?
I got to say about this at the break.
No. And then your boy gonna say, don't. He the one made me look it up. So Claire's like, don't Google Will Smith today.
Oh, man. Leave it alone.
I didn't. I did not.
Right, I look right at it.
Jeez. It's cold-blooded.
10.5-point favorites was what the last line I saw that the Cowboys are favored by over the Carolina Panthers. This game is in Charlotte. The Cowboys obviously play so much better at home, so the game is on the road in North Carolina outside on grass. This is a bad football team with a bad coach and a quarterback who has no help. 10.5 points.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, they better than New York. They better than the Giants.
True.
Yeah, they got a first round at quarterback. They still got Adam Thielen. Like guys who have been around the league a little bit. They not a good team, but what we seen against the New York Giants, don't do it. What we seen against the New York Giants, that's probably the worst you're going to see throughout in a NFL season. The Carolina Panthers are better. Still not a good team, but not worried.
Well, look, man, you said what I needed to hear. They're better than the New York Giants, so we got to bring our A game. Chuba Hubbard, a guy from Oklahoma State. Y'all know Big Chuba. All right, let's go, Chuba.
You're not gonna get us on you.
Hey, don't even do it.
It's not even working, bro.
All right, fine.
It's not even working.
Really? You coming back again?
No, that's not. What I said before this even started, we were talking about the season, and I said, look, the Cowboys right now need to go on about a 5-game win streak. We need, and the thing is, look, don't peak at the wrong time, but still at this point in the season, dog, we need to really etch out some games, especially any games that start with the NFC team. All right, because I personally want us to have a home playoff game. So that's important for me.
So in that case,
getting this victory is definitely important as well.
We would need either Philly to get the first round bye or win the NFC East.
Yes,
for that to happen.
Yes. And definitely need to beat Philly.
Like, you could either hope for them to win the rest of their games or hope for them to lose. And then
but if they win at this stretch, if you look at Philly and what they have coming up, man, I mean, Kansas City Monday night, that's going to be everybody going to be glued to that. But they got some real tough games coming up. So
we got your boy Dust coming up as well, I think, over there in Philly.
Not the Pixie Dust.
I told you. I've been saying it from the beginning. I've been saying it from the beginning for Josh Allen. And finally, it just started playing out. But it's y'all fault, man, for y'all putting all the gunslingers, not y'all. I'm just... Not y'all personally, but the media types' fault for giving him that. Oh, he's Josh Allen. He's a gunslinger. He's big arm. He's so athletic. He started believing the hype, and you see him go in there. He turned that ball over. Nobody giving him the same attention that they was giving my man Ray Dakota Prescott. So
now, don't forget, okay, beginning of the season, we all picked against Pixie Dust, and you picked him. I forgot what game that was.
That was one game.
He was like, "Yeah, I'm going."
That was one game.
Now he's like, "I told y'all."
I told you from the beginning. Don't play with me.
You did. Shout out. Yeah, it's okay. You was right.
He's a gunslinger.
Yeah, you was right.
11 interceptions for Josh Allen, and the head coach has fired the offensive coordinator. So it's Ken Dorsey's fault.
Ken.
Listen, can we talk about some of the stuff that happened in the game last night? Starting with, how the heck do you have 12 men on the field when you know they about to kick a field goal?
And there was multiple people counting. Guy on there was counting. The special team guy was. The head coach was counting. Still had 12
Why you even running them dudes out there like these dudes that took 2 knees?
Don't make no sense, bro.
They took 2 knees. You got 12 guys on the field.
You know what's about to come. You know what's about to happen. And on top of that, man, how about the holder and the field goal kicker? To begin with, they'd already missed.
They botched it, yeah.
They'd already botched it.
Yeah.
And then he missed that one, and the 12 men on the field gave them another opportunity. That, to me, is everybody's waking up this morning talking about Sean Payton and he's fixed Russell Wilson and all that. Man, come on now. Yeah. They tried to lose that.
They almost threw that away.
That was threw it away, and that was probably one of the better performances that I've seen from Russell Wilson. From all the dirt that he threw, people was throwing on him, that ball that he threw in the corner of the end zone, that was vintage Russ.
He got 18 of them things this season.
Yeah, it's that ain't bad.
18 tubs this season, man. Russell Wilson cooking.
Let Russ cook, huh?
He's back. Now I'm saying this.
Is he back in the kitchen?
Defensively, goodness, that is
Don't
do that. He ain't in the kitchen.
That is a hard play to guard. 0 coverage. Underthrown ball. My man got his head turned around and everything. Like it's impossible for you to do it unless you just run on fast.
Why would you go 0 in that situation?
Because they sacked him the first time. Yeah. And you thinking Russell Wilson still
back to back.
It's a veteran guy. You forgot.
Yeah. The defensive coordinator almost got fired this morning.
The head coach.
Everybody get let
He's
go.
Been reprimanded by
everybody.
Coach.
Bye.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Broncos. They won what 4 straight.
4 straight.
4 straight.
Yeah, man, go ahead, man. Russ is back.
Walmart, maybe the stock price going up in old Wally World.
That's right. But yes, the offensive coordinator has been fired by the head coach Ken Dorsey. Yeah, some people saying, well, he's not the same without Brian Daboll. There's a lot of people who are making excuses for Josh Allen. And one of my favorite guys is Pete Prisco over at CBS. Prisco, I was calling clients. Josh Allen's one of his clients. It's like, look, man, client not getting it done. Got 11 picks this year. Your client last night, just once again, because he's Josh Allen, he's getting the excuses. If it's the Cowboy quarterback, he's getting toasted. And I don't know. I don't watch the debate show. So you all had to tell me. But do they have a Josh Allen segment?
I haven't.
Do they have a Trevor Lawrence segment? I mean, you got some guys out here not getting it done, and these dudes just skate on by, and then they go have a whole segment on Dak. I forgot what it was. Clarence Hill tweeted it out there. It was some old whole Dak segment. I'm like, man, some clickbait, old clickbait stuff, and I just look. I get it, but it's really wild of who we choose to condemn and who we choose to forgive.
Yeah, it was crazy. I did see a segment this morning saying that Dak Prescott is the best quarterback in the NFL. I seen a couple of those this morning, so I just want.
Why?
Huh?
I'm just like why would some other than just let's stir this pot? I mean, come on.
Oh, I can't. I don't know. I thought they gave some good props over the last 4 games. The man been balling. He been having a hell of a year for the last 4 games. The dude has played outstanding.
He's done his job.
Outstanding.
But the whole. When I see, this is just me, when I see stuff like that, I know it's contrived. Just being in TV, knowing how this works, and hey, guys, let's do this so we can start something. I mean, come on. It's Patrick Mahomes right here in the category, and then everybody else is just outside of that category.
I agree.
And I don't believe. I don't agree with that.
You think Pat Mahomes?
No, I'm just saying I don't think he just out in his own category. Yeah, his body of work is what it is, but I think you got some guys this season who are playing really, really good football to where it's not just Patrick Mahomes on his own. It's a bunch of guys who I say, man, who do I want to get a ball to at the end of the game? I have options. But where in the past it's like I don't know if I got that many options. This year, I'm looking at some guys and I'm saying, man, I don't know. I don't think I can lose with this group.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. Yeah, I'm listening to
you. My thing in looking at Patrick Mahomes is what's around him. Outside of Kelsey, those receivers are terrible. I mean, it's so bad they traded for Valdez Scant. Like, hey man, I can't remember. Hey man, we need you back. We didn't need you, but we so bad we need you back. And was it Kadarius Toney who dropped 10 million balls and lost the first game? I mean, we thought Dak's weapons were bad last year. I mean, these weapons he's throwing to in Kansas City and still winning games.
But he's been winning with guys like that. And let's not act like he's had that number 1 big time receiver ever. And I mean, he's
Tyreek Hill.
Okay. My bad. I'm sorry. Wait. Brakes just got hit. But what I'm saying is, we saw him. Who did he win with last year? You know, who did he win? He won a Super Bowl last year with a bunch of no-name guys. And so I think as he's done that, his reputation has just risen. When it comes down to Josh Allen, it's been the expectation put on him by other people that have said that, oh, he's elite. He's in this. It's like Herbert, a guy that is a great quarterback at what he does, the throws that he makes, but he hadn't won. He hadn't won anything.
Is he
okay.
Great?
But wait a minute.
Great talent.
Great talent. But what I'm saying, they changed overtime rules because of Josh Allen. Because
he didn't get the ball.
Yes, he didn't get an opportunity.
He had a hell of a game.
He had an incredible game. And I think besides that, the rules have been in place that way for a reason. When it comes to Dak is having as good as any of these quarterbacks just playing within himself. He's not turning the ball over at an alarming rate. He hadn't. I'm sure you wouldn't say that he's getting all of his wide receivers involved. So there's more that he can do, but he's not being reckless. He's not trying to play outside of himself. And when I start hearing people say, well, Dak's going to be, he should be in the MVP race and all, it makes me cringe because I don't want him to start believing the hype. I want him to continue to play within himself, play smart football, ball control, all of those things that makes him who he is. So I think Josh Allen is a victim of that. Listening to too many people. Yeah, getting too overhyped and just being careless with the football.
Let's take our first break. When we come back, Tony Pollard. Is he being misused? We've got Barry Church, Hector Harrison, Danny McCray. I'm Newey Scruggs. We'll dive into that next right here on Players Lounge. Brought to you by Tostitos on DallasCowboys.com radio.
It's the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black. And right now, Cowboys fans can get 15% off their $75 order. Plus, because every deal needs a playmaker, your order will include a free 5-piece skincare set and free shipping. The Jack Black Playmaker is 4 of Jack's favorites and a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Make a play for the Playmaker at getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP. That's getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP.
Hi, I'm Danny McCray, Dallas Cowboys alumni player here with Smoothie King. And Smoothie King wants to ask you, what's that sound? That's the sound of us magically transforming our smoothie bowls into 2 new decadent flavors. Dig into a cool acai or pitaya bowl, handcrafted with crunchy, purely Elizabeth granola, fresh strawberries, and finished with a velvety chocolate hazelnut drizzle. Perfect for breakfast, lunch, or anytime you want to munch. And that's the sound of you making them disappear. Smoothie bowls, now in 2 new decadent flavors. Only at Smoothie King, the official smoothie of the Dallas Cowboys.
To kick off the 2023 NFL season, Hugo Boss teamed up with the NFL and Micah Parsons to launch an iconic apparel collection featuring hoodies, crews, t-shirts, polos, joggers, and more. The bold, unique apparel of the Boss NFL collection unites football and fashion while reflecting what it truly means to be a boss. Get yours today at nflshop.com/HugoBoss, at HugoBoss.com, and at Boss retail stores. #Be your own boss.
There is no I in Dallas. There is no I in Hart either. No I in Blue Star or in Lone Star for that matter. And there's no I in how about them Cowboys? Smirnoff knows there's no I in football. Football is a we thing, an experience that is best enjoyed together. With good drinks and good folks, home or away, we rally together, we cry together, and we always rally cry together because there's definitely no I in Cowboys fans. Smirnoff, we do game days. Please drink responsibly.
Back to the Players Lounge.
Experience the most electrifying event of the holiday season, Cowboy Christmas Extravaganza, powered by Reliant. Every Friday and Saturday night from November 17th through December 16th, Cowboy Christmas Extravaganza ignites the Star in Frisco with an unforgettable holiday performance showcasing 65 performers, including the world-renowned Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders, Santa Claus, and appearances from your favorite Dallas Cowboy football heroes. Visit the StarDistrict.com for more information.
Thank you. And Will.
Yeah.
Killing them softly. Okay, let's do it right here.
Let's
on
do
the
it.
Playing Lounge.
Let's
Finish
do
it
it.
up.
Yes.
Hector Harrison is here. Barry Church is here. I'm Newey Scruggs. Danny McCray. Had to jump out, but I'm glad we got to spend that quality time with him. Even though it was short quality time, he had to roll on out. Roll out.
Wow.
So, Tony Pollard. Let's dive into TP here. So,
it's not.
The thing they told us until last year was Tony Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott, these guys are a great 1-2 punch. The best thing about Tony is that he's got Zeke there and that he provides that lightning. And when Skip Pete was the running backs coach, it was like, hey, look, you want to the change of pace is great. So they don't bring back Ezekiel Elliott. They say, Tony Pollard, you're the guy. You need to start. He's now got just one 100-yard game. And that was Arizona week 3, 122 yards. His output since that time has been interesting. Against the Patriots, a game the Cowboys won 38-3, he had 47 yards on 11 carries. In the Niners loss, he had 8 carries for 29 yards. In the win at L.A. against the Chargers, he had 15 carries for 30 yards. Against the Rams, a 43-20 win. He had 12 carries for 53 yards. Against Philadelphia in the loss, 12 carries, 51 yards. And then last week against the New York Giants at home, 15 carries, 55 yards. So we're looking at 135 totes this year for 529 yards, and that's an average of 3.9, something that none of us were expecting from Tony Pollard. Heck, what do you think's going on here?
Well, I'm going to tell you, Nui, I was expecting that. I thought that if you were not going to go out and at least draft a running back in those first couple of rounds or make a trade at the trade deadline for a running back, that you would be in a position with a guy like Tony Pollard where you didn't know at this point in the season what he was going to be. He had never been your full-time running back. And the change of pace, however you want to categorize him, he was the guy that was able to come and clean up after Ezekiel Elliott had already done all the tough work. And, I mean, I'm one of those people, man, I do not like talking bad about someone to talk good about somebody else. You know, I don't like that. But what I am saying is that I felt as though it was premature to say, all right, well, we can get rid of Zeke and he can be my full-time guy if we had no time consistency and proof that he could actually do that. So at 529 right now, I'm looking at Pollard-Dowdle with 212 yards and saying, okay, I'm just combining these two guys to say our running back has 700 yards. Running back room has 700 yards. Because the expectation for Tony Pollard should have been that he is going to be a 15 to 18 carry guy. He's not a 25, 28 carry a game guy. So if you did that, if you started the season with him on that kind of workload, he'd probably be hurt right now. Yeah. So, look, I think for Mike McCarthy, being able to use him, diversify him like we do with our defensive guys, they're hybrid. We know that he is as good as a receiver as he is as a running back. So as we're talking about him and what he's not as a running back, let's also include what he is as a receiver. So that's what makes him special, and also including Pollard-Dowdle in that conversation to spell him and also have that balance of thunder and lightning as a running back room.
Yeah, I mean, we see this, all the time. And talking with Skip Pete last year, he would always remind us that it's not just a bell cow back anymore. You don't have to have that one guy that gets, every down carries. He's going to get over, 300 some carries like that. The last guy that did something like that was probably, Derrick Henry. Yeah. When you talk to Skip Beat, he talked about all the way back into his Raiders days when it was Charlie Garner and what was it, Zach Crockett, I believe maybe was out there.
Tyrone Wheatley.
Or Tyrone Wheatley, that's what it was. Yeah. So you always had that kind of thunder and lightning situation going on. And that's when I feel like you get the most out of Tony Pollard, when you have that guy that can tenderize the defense and let him come in and do his explosive stuff. But to me, we're not even seeing the same type of carries that Tony Pollard saw last year. When I say carries, I'm talking about being a threat to the outside, getting those flip plays to the outside, tosses to the outside. We're seeing them using him kind of in that tenderizing role, which is not, and to my opinion, is not his strong suit. When you're running them up the gut for 3 yards in a cloud of dust, you're not going to get much out of Tony Pollard.
Is this a situation and something you have kind of touched on before? Is this Felix Jones?
I was there. I was there when that whole situation went down. When Felix Jones had that breakout year behind Marion Barber, and the next year coming in, they thought, all right, this can be that guy. This can be our lead dog every down back. And I would say it was a little bit different because Felix had a little bit of, off the field issues that kind of hurt his game overall. And I think he could have been a much better back if it wasn't for that. But the situation remains the same when you talk about the production level. Once he became that main feature back, you saw his production go way down. And I'm with you, Heck, on this. When you talk about Tony Pollard, there's more than one way to use him. You don't have to just, barrel him in the middle or even toss him plays on the outside. He's been known to be a bona fide receiving back out of the backfield. We saw instances last year where against Minnesota where he's taking wheel routes up to sidelines. He can be an explosive playmaker, not just a running back, but they don't seem to use him that way as of late. It's let me hit you up the gut a couple times, and then we may feature you something on the outside here and there, but he's not getting these receptions, these screens, and I think he's too explosive of a player to leave that part of his game out of it.
And Mike McCarthy's too good of a coach to not be able to get the best out of him.
Yeah.
One of the things that I've admired or really like about Mike is he'll take a player and say, okay, what is your skill set and what do you do best? Let's use you at that. Mm-hmm. I'm not trying to make you do something that I've never seen you do and you can't do it. Mm-hmm. Look, like you said, in between the tackles, it's not the 3 yards in a cloud of dust that bothers me. It's the fact that as he goes, it seems that he's wearing down. He's not getting stronger. And we're used to seeing a guy in Zeke in that 2016, 17, 18. As the game got going, he got stronger.
Yes.
And that's not who Tony Pollard is. And I think by mixing in Rico Dowdle earlier and often, you're going to see the best of Tony Pollard. I think what's stuck in people's head is what he's making. He's making $10 million, so he's the guy that's got to be out there because he's being paid the most. Yeah. But that's not smart. That's not smart in a football sense. Go back to the Philadelphia game. We got out of that game because we could not control the line of scrimmage. We could not run the ball. They were not threatened by a run at all. Mm-hmm. Once you become one-dimensional, you are dead in the water. I don't care what league you're in. And the Dallas Cowboys have to be able to establish the run like they did last week versus New York, but it was with two guys. Mm-hmm. And so I'm saying the same thing. Use him like that and don't feel any kind of way. And Tony Pollard shouldn't feel any kind of way if he finishes with 12 carries, 60 yards.
Yeah. Carolina game coming up here, and maybe that's another area they look to touch on. Last week it was Brandon Cook, so maybe this week, and Rico Dowdle got a little bit in there, so maybe they go in more into the whole Tony Pollard, Rico Dowdle. How do you get this running game going up a little bit better as you start to think about here comes Washington on Thanksgiving Day, Seattle after that, and you get towards Philadelphia. All right, let's get another break in here. A possible career-ending injury. Let's dive into that with Barry Church, Heckma Harris. I'm Louis Scruggs. Players Lounge brought to you by Tostitos. We'll be killing them right here on DallasCowboys.com radio.
To kick off the 2023 NFL season, Hugo Boss teamed up with the NFL and Micah Parsons to launch an iconic apparel collection featuring hoodies, crews, t-shirts, polos, joggers, and more. The bold, unique apparel of the Boss NFL collection unites football and fashion while reflecting what it truly means to be a boss. Get yours today at nflshop.com/HugoBoss, at HugoBoss.com, and at Boss retail stores. #Be your own boss.
Hi, I'm Danny McCray, Dallas Cowboys alumni player here with Smoothie King. And Smoothie King wants to ask you, what's that sound? That's the sound of us magically transforming our smoothie bowls into 2 new decadent flavors. Dig into a cool acai or pitaya bowl, handcrafted with crunchy, purely Elizabeth granola, fresh strawberries, and finished with a velvety chocolate hazelnut drizzle. Perfect for breakfast, lunch, or anytime you want to munch. And that's the sound of you making them disappear. Smoothie bowls, now in 2 new decadent flavors. Only at Smoothie King, the official smoothie of the Dallas Cowboys.
It's the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black. And right now, Cowboys fans can get 15% off their $75 order. Plus, because every deal needs a playmaker, your order will include a free 5-piece skincare set and free shipping. The Jack Black Playmaker is 4 of Jack's favorites and a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Make a play for the playmaker at getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP. That's getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP.
I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys.
And they snap it to Prescott, who looks right. It's not there. He escapes left. He'll run for a first down.
Just like football, when it comes to crypto, it's important to have a team you can trust. With blockchain.com, I know I'm in good hands. Since 2011, they've been trusted by millions around the world to buy, sell, and trade cryptocurrency.
Prescott's going to run this himself. Run it up the middle, and he scores.
Whether you're new to crypto or an active trader, they've got you covered. What are you waiting for? Get started at blockchain.com.
Back to the Players Lounge.
Get a frame-worthy family holiday photo with Santa at the Star, presented by Monument Realty. Santa Claus will be at his cowboy-themed cottage in the Star District from November 17th through December 24th. Book your visit before December 9th and save $5 with code STAR5. Visit thestardistrict.com/Santa for more information.
Thank you, Heckma Harrison.
Ah, man.
Barry Church is in the house. I'm Newey Scruggs. It's Players Lounge brought to you by Tostito. So, today,
Danny McCray, your boy in rare form in these breaks right now. So just so you know, you left at the right time.
Rare form.
Come on, Newey. Let's go. Let's get through this, baby.
That special teams ace C.J. Goodwin is going to be out for the year, and that Leighton Vander Esch is going to miss the rest of the season with a neck injury, and there are reports saying that is career-threatening. So we haven't heard anything official from the Cowboys yet, but that is what the reports are saying here. And when it comes to Leighton Vander Esch, this has been something that people have spoken about for a long time. That, you know what, he's got neck issues. How long is he going to play? And okay, if this is career threatening, and he's got a baby daughter now. He's got a daughter that's coming in January, February, because I talked to his wife in training camp. They may get out.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just me being around Leighton and liking him. That, man, if it's another neck thing and they're saying it's potentially a career, man, go ahead, go to the house, call it a wrap. You have done some good stuff in a Cowboy uniform, but man, go be there for your kid, your wife, and enjoy life, man.
Yeah, I'm with you 100% on that, Newey. Just, depending on what the severity of the injury is, he already had, neck issues coming out of college, I believe. So when you re-aggravate something like that, that's just something you don't want to mess around with. This isn't a torn ACL or even an Achilles or something like that. This is a neck, man, that have ramifications for the rest of your body. So I know it's tough because as a football player, you've been doing it your entire life. And it's something that's, been scheduled and programmed in you to where you're always on a schedule with it when it comes to football. This is what I got to do in the fall. This is what I got to do in the spring. At summertime, I got to get ready for football. It's just, programmed to be second nature. And so it's kind of hard to walk away from something like that. But, when you're dealing with an injury like this, if it's as bad as, they say as far as career threatening, the only advice I'd have to give to them is, you got to think about your family. You don't want to go in there and, God forbid, but, something else happened and you walking or you're in a wheelchair for the rest of your life or something like that. You do not want to deal with that. So just, you gotta think about your family when it comes to these type of injuries, man. It's tough.
No, BC, I completely agree with you. And Hall of Fame boxing trainer Teddy Atlas once said, "You don't play boxing. You know how dangerous the sport is, and that's the same in football. It comes with the territory, and that's why when people question these guys, it's so easy to sit on your phone and say something reckless on Twitter or social media, question guys' heart and integrity. But guys put it on the line to play this sport. And one of my favorite football players of all time, not only my uncle but Michael Irvin, when his career was cut short by a neck injury. Those things, like you look at guys like that are larger than life, and you think that they can overcome anything. And then when you hear them say, "I can't go any further," it's because all the signs have been given to them and told that you can't do it anymore. And Leighton, like you said, having a neck injury in college, overcoming that, playing with that injury even in the pros, and having this happen to him this year when he worked so dang hard to be the guy that he was. I mean, having a good year, had a great year last year as well. Being one of the anchors on this defense, we needed him as a linebacker to be what he was. And if this is indeed the final for him in his career, he's had a hell of a career.
Yeah.
He's had a hell of a career. He's a hell of a player for the Dallas Cowboys, and nothing but great things to say about Leighton. But Nick Eatman walks in, and nothing but great things to say about him.
Yeah, the man right here.
Oh, keep going.
Yeah, that man right here.
No,
we don't have to keep going. Yeah.
Okay.
Nick
Eatman.
I'm sorry.
Yes, Nick Eatman.
Balls is here, and
in the building.
I see the chair.
Yes.
Yeah. When you make a mistake, you got to come in there and you got to make a change, right?
What mistake did you make, Nick?
No, I'm just saying, if they say, well, let's go, receiver by committee in 2018 and it don't work, you got to go trade for Amari, right? You got to do that.
Yeah.
So when we were doing the top jersey numbers by the Cowboys, we had we had
it's a committee. It's a committee on there. It's a committee on
young Jerry
41,
over here.
Randy, Charlie Waters, and then 42. We had Randy Hughes, but we have made a change in.
You know what? Hey, get the camera on it.
Shoulders.
So we've made a change. Here we go. We
there
put
it is.
Barry Church now
I
the 42 until Deuce starts making plays, and then we might make changes there. But for now.
I just want you to know, and heck, you can vouch for it.
Oh, I've been hearing it upstairs. So
he doesn't want it.
Oh,
he doesn't want it. You said it was like 203, right? You didn't want it.
That was in my heated state.
It was
in my heated state.
It's too late. Too late to apologize.
Daddy was cooking the pot, and it was a lot going on at that time.
Yeah, you were emotional.
Yes.
This is like my dad. Do you want it or not? Do you want me to put Handbrick up there or not?
No. You can keep that 4-2 right there. That's where it need to be at. That's where it should have been at. From the
I cannot believe
the committee. I just want to know. I want to know.
I can't believe that this man just got the whole article changed.
He did.
I was bringing up stats. I was bringing up what it was.
17 starts by radio. 17 starts.
17. 9 picks is good. 17 starts. That's good, but.
17 up against 77.
Did you didn't watch him play Randy Hughes back in the day? That was way before your time, right?
I just knew who he was from watching film and just seeing him in the background.
He was like Charlie Waters and Cliff Harris were like the starters, and he played. I think he played a lot.
He was a nickel guy.
He wasn't a starter.
He wasn't a starter.
Okay, all right.
Man, I appreciate that.
We made a mistake.
That means a lot to me. That means a lot.
Nick Eatman, DallasCowboys.com.
All right, that's all I got to do. I saw the empty chair, and I was like, whoa.
You know what?
Where'd Danny go?
At this point in time,
family emergency.
After this, we can't do nothing else. We're going to end the show.
No,
No. This is the perfect stop.
Right. 2:42. It's the perfect time.
Yes, let's end it at 2:42.
The earliest show of all time.
Yes.
Heck, man, you had points to make.
The greatest of all times. 42.
Man.
The greatest.
I'm just saying.
Church. The greatest of all times.
I'm just saying. When you talk about 42, the resume is there.
Yes.
It was there.
That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
It's Jackie Robinson, Barry Church, 42.
Don't you ever forget.
Okay, Jerry going to be wearing 42 on Sunday.
And another thing.
Everybody wearing 42 on Sunday. Thank you, Nick Eatman.
Appreciate that, Bob. I appreciate that. There it is.
Heckma Harrison. 42 Barry Church. I merely knew he scratched. This has been the Players Lounge.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.